What is going on, Flame Gang? It is Flamesingers here, and today I am back with another fantastic video for you guys. So, as y'all know, I recently hit 100 subscribers. Thank y'all so freaking much. OMFG, I finally hit them. I cannot believe it. I'm in utter awe right now, but thank you guys so much. But basically what I'm bringing at y'all today is a Draw My Life video. So basically in today's video, I'm just going to be drawing my life out for you guys, showing y'all what I've gone through and who I am now. So, with all that said, I sure hope you guys do enjoy today's video, and if y'all do, feel free to leave a like, comment down below what y'all think I should do next, and with all that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alrighty guys, so first things first, my name is unknown. I cannot disclose my name to you guys at the moment, but I promise you guys I will give out my real name later on in life and YouTubing and stuff. So, moving on here. My birthday is on December 5th, 2002. I currently believe that I am a Sagittarius. I'm not too terribly sure what fire sign I am, but I definitely am one of those. I have also grown up in the same home that I live in to this day. I live out in Texas, but I will not tell y'all what city because the privacy reasons once again. But I live in Texas. I love my home a lot. Texas is a very hot state as well, so there's that. I've lived in the same home for about 15 years now because my birthday was 02. My birthday is on December 5th, and I'm a 15-year-old teenage boy who's hormonal and constantly getting frustrated over little things. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I love my home. It's very, very cozy. As y'all can see here, I'm trying to draw it the best I can. I am not a very good drawer, but that's about the best I could do for my home. So, moving on to the next subject for you guys. So, next thing y'all should know is that I was not a very bright pupil when I was younger. I was constantly in the corners of my house, getting in trouble with my parents. My parents were always frustrated with me, and I was over in the corners because I was doing something wrong, or my parents were mad at me. I call it to this day the corner of shame. So, yeah, it wasn't the funnest of times for me, but kind of was hard for me when I was younger because of my behavioral issues. In fact, this actually did indeed carry over to my school life and my math class, especially because I had very strict math teachers when I was younger, and I did not like any of them because I thought strict teachers were bad teachers, and I always had this bad relationship with my math teachers because they were either strict or they were just not very good teachers, and I just did not like my math teachers whatsoever in middle school. But yeah, they would constantly tell me to shut up and stuff because I was over in the corner talking to my friends, blabbering about and whatnot, and it was just not fun for me because I was constantly being yelled at for talking, and I thought I was doing everything right, but according to them, I was not doing anything right, and they were always yelling at me. So yeah, constantly telling me to be quiet because I was just talking to my friends. Moving on to the next subject here, guys, is that, in fact, I actually had gotten so bad for me in class and my teachers and stuff to the point where I actually had a falling out with all of my teachers. I had gotten together with all my teachers, and we had sat down in this big old meeting room, very, very scary, in fact. I was not happy in that room. I just felt a lot of just negativity, and I was not happy for me because all my teachers were just staring me down and telling me what I had been doing wrong, and that I was a bad kid, and I just did not like it a lot. I hated it, in fact. I actually had been in that meeting many times before. It was not the first time I've ever been in that meeting with my teachers, but they had all sat down, talked to me about what I could have done better and what I needed to do, and I had constantly been in trouble with my teachers, and I just did not have the relationship I wish I had with my teachers, and they always frustrated me when I was younger because I never listened to them. Another thing you guys should know is that this all happened in my 8th grade year of middle school, and 8th grade was one of my hardest years for me because this was the year that I had started to get in buttloads of trouble. I was just constantly getting in trouble with my teachers, and they would put me in ISS, which, for you guys, if y'all don't know what that means, it's in-school suspension, And I'd actually gotten an out of school suspension, which was just the worst thing ever. But more than half the time, I would be put in ISS, and I would be sitting there quietly, just doing nothing, and just constantly sighing because I had nothing to do. They'd also sometimes bring me work to do for like no apparent reason, just like some random work from a different class or something. And then I started to, one day it all clicked for me, and when I was in ISS one day, and I was thinking maybe there was another way that I could do better for my school, for my career, my life in general. Is there something else I could do? And so then I started to realize that, hey, maybe I should start getting my stuff together and start applying myself. And ever since then, I've started to get really good grades. In fact, I've gotten a lot of good A's, and sure enough, it was in my math class that I started to get good grades again, and then I started to love math. And it was really good time for me because it clicked for me. I realized that I needed to start getting my stuff together and get my act together and stop getting in trouble. So after I made it through the horrible, dreadful, hormonal-filled years of middle school, I finally upgraded myself to high school. I finally had passed the test. I ended up stepping up my behavior. I didn't get in trouble at school, and I started to get better grades, like I said earlier. And I finally got to move on to high school instead of having to go to a special program center. And currently, I'm trying my best to draw my school's mascot logo. It's a Titan. Very, very cool. Our school is pretty much just project-based learning. We don't have final exams or anything. So yeah, really do love my school, and it's not a very big school, but not very, very small. But yeah, our final exams are pretty much just our presentations, and I'm planning to stay there all 4 years. And then after that, I plan to go on to college. And once you go into college, the best thing about that is student loans. Student loans, I've heard, are the best thing around. Gotta love student loans because those are the things that will put you out of money, you know? In fact, my brother's told me so much about student loans. He actually had to get a student loan when he first went to college. I don't know exactly what college he's going to. In fact, I believe he is graduating this year as well. So that's awesome for him. But yeah, he spent a lot of money on student loans. Looking forward to that, being stressed out about that. It's going to be great. But yeah, when I get older, I also plan to be a mechanical engineer. Basically, a mechanical engineer is someone who works with their hands and builds stuff, whatever field they like to be in. I want to be in the car field, preferably, hence why I'm drawing the gears here. These gears, I was trying to draw an engine in a sense, but I kind of failed, so I just ended up writing engineer to it. In fact, actually, I wrote engineering because I was thinking of engineering, so I was just like, you know what, I'll just do engineer. So I'd love to be an engineer when I get older because they make lots of good money, and I'll be a very happy individual when I get older, when I become a mechanical engineer. After I hit college, when I move out of college, I'm going to plan on attending a school called UTI, I believe it is. It's not urinary tract infection, I know. I wish they hadn't named their school that, but this is the only school I could find in the area where I live that is very, very good for me. I feel it's a very good fit. It's called the Universal Tech Institute. Basically, this place specializes in cars and mechanical engineering and building and stuff. So whenever I get out of college, I plan to go attend this to get my degrees and stuff. So yeah, I really do love the place. They came to our school one time, gave out flyers and stuff. So yeah, very, very, very fun. Looking forward to that. Another thing you guys should know is that I got doggos. So I kind of drew the letter D here and then kind of filled in the blanks and put dogs and put a dog on it. I love doggos. In fact, I have this one little dog. Her name is Lily, and she's got the most obnoxious rough bark. I just cannot take it. Every time she barks, it literally just pierces my ears. I literally just hate it so much. But in fact, I actually have two dogs. I have the little one, which I currently am drawing right now, the little baby one. Her name is Lily. She's a sweet thing, but she's got just an annoying bark. I've got another dog. His name is Ruger. He's a good boy as well. I love him. I've practically grown up with him. He is a big, medium-sized dog. He is a pit bull mix. We don't know what he's mixed with, but he's a very, very good boy. I love him so much. I've grown up with my dogs ever since I was about, I believe, 10 or 11. So yeah, love my dog. He's also got a pretty annoying bark as well, but aside from that, I really, really do love my dogs. They're always there for me whenever I need them the most, and whenever I'm feeling stressed out, I know that I can always fall back on them and let them make me feel better. I love my dogs so freaking much. I'm gonna miss them when they're gone, but you just gotta cherish the moments that you have with your dogs because they're not always gonna be here. So just love on your dogs. If you have dogs or cats or pets or anything, just love on them because they're gonna be there. They're not gonna be here as long as you think that you want them to be. So just love on them as much as you can. And another thing you guys should know is that my little one and Ruger and Lily haven't always lived with each other. In fact, my little one met Ruger when I was about 13. He met Ruger, which is a male dog, and he was a little shy at first, didn't really understand her, and then finally later on began to open up to her. And to this day, they're brother and sister and love each other so freaking much. So yeah, love my dogs so much. Always know I can go back to them whenever I'm having a bad day. Just, you gotta love your dogs, guys. Dogs or cats, whatever you guys have, you gotta love them. Moving on here, next thing I have for you guys is that I am a religious person, I guess you could say. I love Jesus Christ so much. I currently am a Christian. I try to go to church as much as I can. I really don't give as much time to Jesus Christ as I wish I should, but Jesus is the man. Gotta love Jesus. But yeah, that's kind of a Vine reference right there, Jesus man. But yeah, I love Jesus. In fact, when I was younger, I never really had opened up to Jesus. I didn't know who he was when I was younger. I was a very, very oblivious kid. Didn't really understand who he was. He was kind of just a blur in my mind. My family had taken me to church. I didn't really like it that much because I didn't understand what it was about. But yeah, I didn't even know really who Jesus was. I was always questioning life and who he was and stuff. But later on, I began to realize that Jesus Christ is the answer to all my prayers, all my thoughts, all my doubts and whatnot. And I just love Jesus so much. In fact, I had not started believing in him until I had turned 9 on my 9th birthday. I had it all hit me so overwhelmingly. I didn't know what was going on, and then I just had this urge to start going to church. But yeah, it was just wonderful. I loved my 9th birthday because that was the year that I realized that Jesus Christ is the one that I need to give my time to and the person that I need to pursue when I get older and love on. And I know that he will always be there for me whenever I need him the most. He's always going to be there whenever I'm having a bad day. And I love Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior, and I will believe in him till the day I die. So another thing you guys should know about me is that I really do have this very, very undying passion to play the piano, pretty much any instrument that I can get my hands on. I just really love music. I grew up with it when I was younger. In fact, I'm probably one of the only people in my family that's actually musical and picked up the guitar out of my whole family. No one in my family owns any instruments except for me. In fact, I have 4 guitars, a ukulele, and a piano. And guitar was actually the first instrument that I picked up, and I love it out of all of my other instruments. But yeah, when I was younger, music basically found me, and it was overwhelming for me because I didn't know what to do, what happened. I just saw some other people playing guitar around the world, and I really had this big interest in it, and still love it to this day. So another thing you guys should know is that my favorite color out of all of the colors is orange. Kind of went a little spastic here, but I really love the color orange. It all hit me whenever I was in kindergarten and I had to do this poster thing, and I saw the color orange, and I just realized, hey, that's a pretty neat color. I'll start liking that now. So yeah, that's how that worked out. In fact, I also like fire because it's orange, and fire is I really love fire. And I know what y'all are thinking. This kid's crazy. He's a pyro. I am not a pyromaniac. I have no interest in burning anything or hurting anyone. I really don't. I just love fire because of the color and the way that it moves. In fact, when I was younger, I had also picked up on the way that it moved, the size of it, the size of each individual flame, the length of it, the way that each individual flame moved, the way that it sparked, the way that it flicked. I don't know what it was. I loved fire ever since I was younger. I can't really explain it too much because I don't really remember that well, but really do love fire, and I'm not a pyromaniac, guys, so I don't want y'all to think that I am. So yeah, moving on to the next thing here is, as y'all can see here, I am drawing a couple of cherries. I really do have this undying passion to eat. I love food. I can't even explain it. So if like you put like a plate of pizza in front of me, that's gonna be gone in like a minute. That's not even gonna be there in a minute. I love food so freaking much, and I prefer to eat fruits out of anything, and sweets if I can, because sweets are just the best. I love food. I've always loved food. Ever since I was younger, I've just been this muncher. I've always eaten anything I can get my hands on. So yeah, food is the best. Gotta love it. So yeah. Moving on to the next thing here is that I used to do gymnastics. So yeah, very, very, in fact, I got bullied a lot when I was younger. I used to be called gay for doing gymnastics and stuff, but I've kind of moved on from that and not really let that stuff get to me. But yeah, in fact, the very first gymnastics place I ever attended was, I actually got kicked out of that place because I had very bad behavioral issues. In fact, they carried on to my outside life as well, my extracurricular activities. They booted me out for reasons I'd rather not say. But yeah, I got booted out and got told to be gone. In fact, the name of the place that I had gotten kicked out of was WOGA, Woga. This place was, in fact, I didn't really like the place that much, so when I got kicked out, it didn't really affect me as much as it should have. But yeah. After that, I started to go to a place called EWA, which I believe stands for Eagles Wings Athletics. So I tried my best here to draw the logo. In fact, the logo was actually one of the harder things to draw out of everything that I've drawn so far. But yeah, it had a green little 3 letters and wings on the sides. But yeah, it was Eagles Wings Athletics. In fact, it was one of my better places that I had attended to because just the people there were really nice. Lots of the people there were very kind. They were always trying to help out the best of their abilities. In fact, the people there that I had been working with, aside from Woga, is that they would actually spot me and stuff and like actually try and help me get better. Because whenever I was at Woga, I would be doing like the pommel horse or something, and they'd be over in the corner saying like, "Oh, nice job, keep going with that," or they'd be like, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that." They would never try and get like physical and help me out. And then when I started going to Eagles Wings, they started to physically help me out and get my form and stuff better, and I just really appreciated that from them. So yeah, one of the better places that I was going to, very supportive people. And yeah, there's another meme reference. You got this, Travis. Make them wait for it. Boom. Sorry, I put a few Vine references in here because why not? Keep it a little light. But yeah, I really did love EWA. In fact, I kind of regret saying this next part because this is one of the sadder parts of my whole career in gymnastics. In fact, I got booted out of this place too. So I had made a very bad decision that I'll be talking about here in a minute. I got booted out of this place so hard, like they were not putting up with the behavior that I had given them. In fact, it was all over a packet of candy. I stole candy from the gift shop there, which was a little upsetting for me because I really wanted the candy, and I had gone to the extent of stealing it, which I regret doing to this day. And in fact, I ended up letting my mom know about it on our way back from my gymnastics place the day that I had committed the crime. The crime scene was still fresh. In fact, I had eaten the crime scene, so there's nothing they really could have done. But my mom was so freaked out. She got so mad at me after I told her, and she actually blasted so fast over to the place where I stole it, my gymnastics place, that I was literally holding onto the seat for dear life because she was just so frustrated. In fact, she made me go back inside of my gymnastics place and give the people at the counter $20 or however much money it was for the candy bar. And I was actually very, very ashamed of myself. I had let them know that I was sorry and that I knew what I had done was wrong and that it wasn't going to happen again. And I later on had to confront my parents about it. And when I confronted my parents about it, I was actually very, very upset with myself. In fact, I guess you could say I was very, very embarrassed. I wish I had not done what I had done, and that's what resulted in me being booted out of my gymnastics place. I'm still kind of a little bit embarrassed to this day talking about it, because it was pretty low for me to go to the place and just have the guts to go in there and steal candy. Another thing you guys should know is that I actually asked another kid there if he wanted the candy that I stole, and he was like, no. And in fact, the kid that I told I had stole the candy from actually had snitched on me about the whole situation. But yeah. So and then ever since my mom to this day, I have never had the urge or need or want to steal from anyone. And if anybody ever drops their wallet or anything, which has happened to me a few times, I have called them out for it and said, like, hey, here's your wallet. You left your wallet. You dropped it on the ground. You might wanna pick that up. It's got some important information for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have not had any urge or need ever since that day to steal from anyone, because it is not the right thing to do, and I highly suggest that you do not steal from anyone in your future. Just don't. It's not going to get you anywhere in life, and you're going to end up getting caught at some point. But yeah, thank you, Mom, so much for that lecture. I really do appreciate it, and I love you so freaking much. You are my love and my sunshine in my life, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life, Mom, and I love you so freaking much. Thank you so much for that lecture. Even though that lecture probably went on for about 2 hours of you telling me not to steal and stuff, it clicked for me, and I have not wanted to steal to this day. So yeah. But another thing you guys should know is that I am very, very grateful for you guys letting me finally hit 100 subs. So yeah. This has been my 100 subscriber special, guys, and I love y'all so much. Thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers. Very, very grateful. And I will be seeing y'all in the next video, guys. Till then, Flame Gang, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap that bell icon, stay notified of when I upload a new video, and until next time, I will be seeing y'all in the next video. Peace!